Hey, welcome back, guys. Now that is how you end off a season. Raising Kanan's season finale more than made up for the slow burn dynamic that mostly defined its sophomore outing, offering us twist after twist and ending with a violent domino display of Godfather-like proportions. I'm here to break it all down in typical top 10 WTF fashion. Before we begin, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and bell notification to immediately receive these videos. Also, big thank you to all of my channel donors. If you'd like to be the next one, drop $1 on that Cash App for us. And lastly, a spoiler alert is now in effect for all things Power. Here we go. WTF moment number 10, one last hit. Marvin finally catches up with Sam, who was warned last episode to leave the South Side for good, a warning he didn't take heed to. After begging the elder Thomas for one last hit prior to his execution, he delivers an emotional soliloquy that adds depth to his tragic character, including his former role as an accountant before crack took over his life. The speech strikes a chord with Marv, who similarly accepted who he is while simultaneously trying to change that condition. Following their exchange, Marvin puts 2 bullets into the lowly soul, the 2 that were promised. WTF moment number 9, Jukebox beatdown. Juke patiently awaits church boy Corey to pass through following service. She confronts him about setting her up, and he confirms what we all knew, that their previous date was a concoction by Kenya in order to gauge her daughter's penchant for boys, or lack thereof. Juke then proceeds to beat the brakes off the boy following several slurs and disrespect, and is subsequently arrested. WTF moment number 8, enter Stefano Marchetti. Tony Danza makes his Power Universe debut as Stefano Marchetti, who's the New York boss of the Italian Mafia. Sal pays the general a visit in hopes of getting his blessing in the war against Rock. However, the mob figure reveals that Rock already checked in with them and gained assurances on his neutrality in her conflict with Sal and his Jersey clique. Stefano will be a regular in Season 3, and given the events of the finale, will play a key role in Rock's story going forward. WTF moment number 7, First Blood. After receiving assurances from Stefano and Unique that Sal will be fighting this war alone, Rock sets out to draw first blood against her Jersey adversaries. She executes her plans via Marv and Lou, who conduct a drive-by like it's 1992 on the Jersey Collective, eliminating the lot of them, or so we thought. WTF moment number 6, Double Cross. Rock meets with Tremont to discuss the start of their business together now that the table has finally been set. However, the shrewd hood mogul switches up the game in the 9th inning, separating himself from the Queen Pin while compensating her for her troubles in the matter of Cartier's assassination. Apparently, Stinson went directly to Rock's Colombian source, which is why we saw his right hand listening in on the meeting a few episodes back. This state of affairs infuriates Rock, who will surely dole out her own special brand of street justice in the season to come. WTF moment number 5, Juliana's revenge. Rock confronts Joaquin following the Tremont fallout and discovers the source of her recent calamity is none other than Juliana herself. This is a shocking revelation, but one that has origins in her kidnapping by Unique earlier this season, and Rock's response to that situation. Guess Juliana wasn't playing Rock's game after all, but she may have just signed her own death certificate with such a brash blunder. WTF moment number 4, crossing the line. Burke wrangles up Kanan and exposes the information she's acquired against him, Howard, and Rock. Kanan feigns ignorance to her unfounded claims, which only incenses her further. The rogue cop then attempts to formally arrest Kanan, only to be thrown to the ground in the process. Having realized his mistake, the young hustler puts his Timbs to good use and escapes her zealot-driven clutches. WTF moment number 3, oh what a night. Sal gleefully takes in a victory cigar, unbeknownst to us, as he's carried out a series of murderous hits on Rock's entire network. He attacks her compounds via an automatic gun-filled frenzy, killing several key players in the process, including Worrell and Zisa, but not without taking more losses during the rampage. WTF moment number 2, Demo to the rescue. Sal's vicious onslaught finally reaches Marvin at Baisley's, who saves several of his men while losing many more and being hit himself. Clinging for dear life, Marvin is saved by that same wheelchair-bound brother who he previously had a contentious exchange with, turned positive due to Marv's anger management breakthroughs. This act of kindness brought a whole new meaning to the dynamic of paying it forward, and subtly shows how his slain counselor acted on his behalf from beyond the grave, in a sense anyway. And WTF moment number 1, Southside. In the climactic conclusion to this blood-filled episode, Rock is approached by Kenya surprisingly. Before she can fully address the interruption, the Queenpin notices her security detail gunned down and is subsequently attacked by Sal's men, with Kenya being murdered due to the crossfire. Pinned down in her own home with nowhere to turn, Rock faces the music, gun in hand, and comes to terms with her mortality. However, her demise will be postponed thanks to Unique, who steps in to save his ally in the name of their shared neighborhood. In addition to that fact, Unique was also attacked by Baselli's men, adding further incentive to the gesture of friendship. Some lingering thoughts before we end today's video. The title of this episode was, If You Don't Know, Now You Know, and it held some major weight given all the revelations that were exposed. Rock lost the very expansion effort she had worked towards. Lou lost his studio. Nicole's father learned the truth of his daughter's demise, and Burke discovered Kanan and Howard's true connection. Everything is on the table and up in smoke after this one. Rock and Lou's sequel to their Season 1 finale confrontation doubled down on their shared animosity and resentment towards one another. Rock for Lou's wavering demeanor in their family business, and Lou for her illegal meddling in his legitimate affairs. Patina Miller especially delivers a passionate performance as Rock here, arguably her greatest of the series yet, because when she exclaimed that she owned her baby brother, we all literally felt that shit in our souls. Juliana got a lot of nerve posing like she's some boss to the woman who liberated her from a domestic violence situation. I hope Rock figures out a way to get at her, and Joaquin for that matter. And you know she will. Maybe this could be where Stefano comes into play in the next season. Sam's declaration that he was going to be a ghost was a subtle nod to the legendary one himself, and the reference certainly didn't get past all those who revere his name. Unique made an interesting observation about the pending death of the crack business, one that may lead him and Rock to pioneering another drug as they advance in unison, potentially anyway. And lastly, while we're on Unique, now that he and Rock are somewhat allies, there's a major question that's been presented, one that's easy to lose sight of given the crazy state of the narrative, but is integral to Kanan's upcoming wolf phase to be. I'll be exploring it fully in the next one. And that'll do it for this one. What were your thoughts on Raising Kanan's Season 2 finale? Be sure to drop me your opinions in the comments below. As always, I thank you for watching today's video. If you liked today's video, go ahead and drop $1 on that Cash App for us, hit the like button, share it with your friends who are Power fans, and subscribe for more content such as this. This is Rudy P. Magic of Rudy P. Magic Beats, and have a blessed one until the next one. Peace, y'all.